receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
First carry for James Conner. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready? 180. 59. 59. I want to work. Give me that.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The big Tank Carradine with a sack.
Well, it's about teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's got some space here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 71 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Go ahead.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Let's get it.
At the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal.
Hey, Delta. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Let's get it.
On the give, this is Drake. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Joker, 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 Joker.
Third and goal, it's Drake. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. 5 yards on the touchdown run, and the Dolphins have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, a give to counter. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Take both of them. Check. 7-7. Keep these two.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Moncrief. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
That's the end of the first.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Start! Black 20! Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 1st down, it's Connor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Start! 180! Check. Easy. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check. 50. Hey, foxtrot.
On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger to the right side and complete to Washington. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
James Washington. A gain of 29 yards. And the Steelers 1st down.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Come to my work. Strong. Come to my work. Hey, Haywood.
On 1st down, Drake. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
You better be afraid of me. Watch twist. Watch
On 2nd down, it's Drake. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, 89 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now after the sack, third and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Fitzpatrick now into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Roethlisberger out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Fitzpatrick on first down. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Fitzpatrick. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That's good for Dolphins. First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half. Fitzpatrick to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sanders' kick is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
PPP. Mike, 55. Check.
They'll start the drive with Drake. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Right back to Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Check 20. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go.
A give to Drake running left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start with a give to counter. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They run the counter. Samuels, they'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Hey, team 6.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st down, it's Samuels. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Bravo.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. The 20. 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, alert. Hey, let's go.
Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Jack 16. Alert.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Again, it'll be counter. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Boswell's kick is good. Back now in Miami, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
White 20! Regular!
First down, Fitzpatrick. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Parker, the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
You got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Hey, I-7.
Throwing on second and long. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now second and 4. They'll hand it off now to Samuels. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Black 20.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Focus. Show that best release and go. 43 minutes.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Roethlisberger now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Connor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Alert. Check. Fresno. General West. Take 2 of them. Easy. Smooth.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. They come out here in the eye. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead.
25, check 25.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
180. Kill.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fitzpatrick finding his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Back to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point,
down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 43 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They'll try and run with Drake. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Let's go, let's go!
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the ship, watch Jack 16. Hey, shoot!
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Hey, Orbit!
Here we are. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Back to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
3rd down and 5 yards to go.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5.
77. Hey, wahoo! Let's go, Black.
Now it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
Roethlisberger to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. James Washington was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
These two. 59 mark. Check.
Defense wins championships, baby. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
He's back to throw. Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended, down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal, go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game